expressions on their faces, his painted, hers not. Millie looked like a kid on Christmas morning. This was a woman who loved her job, adored every heart-thumping, romantic, windswept moment of it. She could barely contain her excitement.
OK, she's ready. She's sitting at the table at the edge of the visitor centre cafe, facing this way. This is going to be incredible.
Are you ready, Hal? Laney asked, her voice calm and warm.
Sure am. Let's do it.
He had all the gung-ho confidence and attitude of one of those motivational speakers that make people walk across hot coals without a fire extinguisher on standby. Like a true warrior going into battle, he punched the air with his fist, yelled, "Freedom!" and thundered off. "Shit, he's moving. Go, go, go!" Laney yelled to the others, who broke the perfect line by reacting with varying degrees of speed. The riders from the Stirling South stables were more used to a civilised leisurely hack than a gallop across a cold field in pursuit of a 13th century legend on horseback. By the time they'd gone 100 metres over the brow of the hill and were heading down in the direction of the William Wallace Visitor Centre, they'd managed to form a cohesive group again. Millie spotted Deandra in the distance, looking around her as she waited for Hal to return from the toilet. Getting him into costume, wig and face paint had been done in 5 minutes, and altogether he'd been gone for nearly 15. The cover story of a lavatory visit caused by a dodgy haggis wasn't going to hold up for much longer. It was a little old lady sitting at a table, defending herself against the stiff breeze with a cuppa and a ginger slice, who spotted them and pointed first. Her tea-drinking chums soon followed. Eventually, Deandra turned in the direction of the invading force. Millie just hoped the cameraman furtively recording Deandra's reaction from a few tables away was getting all this in close-up. 50 metres. 30. 10. Hal held up his fist again, and the rider slowed to a stop behind him. He dismounted from the relieved horse and strutted towards his girlfriend, who was standing, mouth open, eyes wide with shock, trembling so much her tartan beanie hat was visibly shaking. Sir Hal Wallace was in front of her now, and he went down on one knee, to gasps of "Aww" from the bus party of elderly tourists from Carlisle.
"Deandra,"
he said, voice thick with the Scottish brogue he'd been practising for weeks as he worked up to the big line from the movie.
"I love you. Always have. I want to marry you."
Tash gave Millie a nudge. "At least his Scottish accent's better than Mel Gibson's," she hissed. "And he's yet to call her sugar tits. Always a bonus." Millie wasn't listening. 2 gigantic tears dropped down her cheeks as she watched Deandra's shock and confusion turn to joy and delight.
"Deandra Kapowski, will you be my bride?"
Millie was so caught in the moment, she didn't realise she was nodding.
"Say yes,"
she willed. "Say yes. And please say it before Hal notices that his knee has sunk so far into the sodden mud that if he was boycotting underwear like a true Scotsman, he'd be about to feel the wrath of nature on the nethers."
"Yes,"
Deandra whispered, to a rousing cheer from 40 costume riders and 14 blue-rinsed ladies in comfortable shoes. As Sir Hal Wallace took his bride in his chubby arms and quite literally swept her off her feet, the reactions from the proposal planners differed wildly. Laney pictured the cheque clearing on the balance sheet. Millie cried some more and sent up a prayer of thanks that it had all gone to plan, and Tash muttered something about Smurfs being banned from mating. Their job was done. Chapter 2. Laney. Time to get the diaries out. Laney tried her best to keep things on track, despite the fact that Cam's erection was pressing into her back and his hand had snaked around her body and was now inserting itself into the folds of her short, cream silk robe. Laughing, she smacked it away and reached into the upper cupboard for 2 mugs. "I have a big day today. Loads to prepare for the next month's proposals, and I'm meeting with a new client. I need to be out of the door in 15 minutes. That gives me time to do